We'll make a big circle.
One trip around the downstairs of John and Tricia Tiller's home in Powhatan
Got it?
covers about 20 yards.
You got it.
But it might as well be 20 miles
Just did too.
to their 19-year-old son, Eli.
It's important because I feel stronger and stronger every time after I do it.
The determined teenager is driven by his goals.
Never, never, never give up.
It's not quite the life we had envisioned
You're doing great.
in his early years, but it is life, even though it's not what we expected. There are a lot of miracles that we've seen that we wouldn't have seen otherwise.
Hey Eli, can you tell me your new Bible verse? Tia says, I am way, I am truth.
He was what everybody would expect from a perfect, healthy 3-year-old child. We knew there was something special about him.
They just didn't know how special.
And then things changed.
New this morning, we've got an update now on the Powhatan boy.
Eli was playing upstairs in the Tillers' home.
He had pulled up a chair that he shouldn't have been able to pull up, to a window that he shouldn't have been able to hoist himself into, and through a screen that he shouldn't have been able to push out.
A Powhatan boy falls from a second-story window.
He was med-flighted to VCU, where he was placed in a medically induced coma.
There's nothing like seeing your 3-year-old. There's nothing like seeing your 3-year-old child on a bed, helpless.
All the Tillers could do was hope and pray.
We made a lot of promises to him and a lot of promises to God that if if he ever got out of this, that we were gonna do things and we were gonna do our best with him.
I am going to get.
But it would be 4 years before he could walk again.
You do whatever you gotta do.
I look for God's power every day. God saved me from my accident in 2003.
He would begin giving inspirational speeches and pushing himself physically.
There they are at the finish line, and toothless smile and all.
Eli asked to take part in the Sportsbackers 1-mile kids run before the Monument Avenue 10K.
There was so much joy that he had in that race and in that moment.
Eli, there is Eli Tiller. A lot of people will remember this face. Eli Tiller has finished this race in each of the last 2 or 3 years. Congratulations. How was it today? It was.
But once he aged out of the kids' race,
As his body got bigger, he had to use a wheelchair.
Eli's physical progress was regressing.
We didn't imagine that he would possibly do another race.
But Eli did race again.
Yep.
He did. He did.
Inclusive Racing, a local nonprofit group that pairs able-bodied runners with disabled children, donated a racing wheelchair for Eli.
People who don't know us went out of their way to give their time and their money to enable him to do a race.
Eli would participate in the Richmond Half Marathon in 2017.
It was like 18 degrees that day that it...
and the Monument Avenue 10K in 2018.
He's getting energized by the crowds and he's energizing the runners.
It really meant a lot to me because I made it across the finish line.
Eli continued to challenge himself with new physical goals. This time,
this will be my 3rd lap.
Yes, it will.
He underwent 4 months of physical therapy to be able to walk across the stage.
And somebody shouts, "Let's go, Eli!"
At his high school graduation.
I'm not sure there was a dry eye there. There certainly wasn't anyone still sitting down.
But Eli's goals again drifted back to racing.
He has wanted this more and more.
So Eli's Rockin' Roadsters was formed to help him navigate the first 6 miles of this year's Monument 10K.
So this is his stand-up walker right here.
But Eli wanted to do the last 0.2 of a mile himself.
I'm probably more excited than I am nervous.
At the 6-mile mark,
It's awesome, man.
Eli transitions out of his chair into a specially designed walker
It's a pretty amazing day.
for the final 352 yards of the race.
That's it. You see the line? You see the line? Let's go, Eli. Let's go. Let's go, Eli.
Oh, great job.
I'm so proud of him. I'm just so proud.
Now I gotta come up with another physical goal.